You ever notice how you never hear anybody in the so-called conscious community speak out against the crap music that we listening to today, aka hip hop? Now, I played that and I opened up with that's Gangstar. I played and opened that up. One of the best lyricists I think ever, best group ever, Gangstar. Because I didn't want everybody to think that I was against rap music. There's a big difference between rap music and hip hop. Rap music is music that has something to say. People are unfamiliar with the term of hip hop. They say that hip hop was an old terminology for this music that we have today, but it's actually rap music. You know, and it was funny how they tried to downplay the title of it, rap music, and switch it out for hip hop. Right now, rap music, came from the old guys in the '70s, the guys who were talking over records and things. That was the evolution of the start of rap music. You had people playing music over like your last poets and them, and they were rhyming on stuff, and they wasn't like how it is now, or where it went into the '80s, but they were talking over records and they were sending messages over the music, much like what you heard just now from Gangstar. Powerful messages in the music that was streamed with that type of music in the '80s, late '80s, early '90s, and I told you the music changed, right? But I noticed that when you speak up against things like that, when you speak up against cultural ills like this in society, you don't really hear our people standing up against this. I'm wondering where all the poor righteous teachers, the 5%ers, the black power people, all the nation, all these people who stand up for black people, where were they at standing up against Biggie and Tupac and all these people and all these negative messages that they put into the community? I want to know where they were at. Where were they at to say, where were they at to, stand up against it? Everybody has something so negative to say against the white man. Every time you turn around, you can hear a gripe about the white man. But when it comes to our own garbage, we don't stand up for it. We don't say nothing against it. We just watch the degeneration of our youth. How can you talk about a future when you're not focused on the future nor on the youth? How can you stick your head in the past and talk about ancient Egypt and what they built back there in Africa and Pan-Africanism, yet you're not looking at the future generation? You're not focusing on what it is they're being raised on, because they are the future. They are the genetics of God moving forward in us. If they don't continue, we don't continue. How is it that nobody spoke out on this? How is it that they allowed nobody said nothing about Biggie or Tupac or any of these other people that you hear today that, from the hip-hop music that your children are listening to? You got black men sitting up here listening to, you got black men today sitting up here today listening to this kind of music with their children. Grown black men, supposedly grown men, right? Listening to this kind of music, sharing the same mentality as their children. Black women in the clubs with their daughters dancing off of this music. That's blatantly disrespecting them. When a black man, so-called black man, stands up and tries to stand up for something right, dealing with us today, dealing with our own garbage like this nonsense here, black people will say, oh, he's trying to preach to somebody. He trying to be self-righteous. He trying to preach. He want to be a preacher. We don't want to hear that. But if I was talking about the white man being the devil, then I would get accolades all over the place. I get a million people, but it's never us pointing out the black devils. It's never us pointing out the negative people that's amongst us, the mentally dead, the submentals that come amongst us to sell our babies poison. You understand? I like rap music. I liked Rakim. I liked Guru and Gangstar. I liked that kind of music because there was a message. And I'm not even so much against the people telling negative stories. as long as they were stories, something we can grow from. But what you hear today is foolishness, stupidity, and low submental nonsense, mind garbage. Yet everybody's playing this. Nobody's speaking out against this. Nobody's saying we don't want our babies listening to this. You want to worry. You want to talk about raising the level of the black man and black woman. Turn that music off. Tell your babies to stop listening to that garbage. That's number one. You'll help raise their intelligence by leaps and bounds by stopping them from listening to that garbage. You understand that? But you know what? A lot of the so-called people who were conscious and all this other stuff, and the righteous, the so-called righteous, they was bopping right along with Biggie and Tupac and Snoop and all that other nonsense. They was bopping right along with getting high and smoking weed and shooting each other and all this other nonsense, because you see it in the damn black man today. You know how you know it? When you go up to a black man, I don't care how old he is, and we get this all the time when we might hand out flyers for the State of Intel meetings. We get this all the time. We hand it out to the black man looking at us like he got an attitude. You understand that I kill you attitude. I'm coming to you like brother, handing you a flyer. You looking at me like you got a problem, like you want to like I'm your enemy, or you walking around mad. That's the hip hop mentality, and you don't even realize. A lot of people don't even realize that is the reason why we have this aggression. Black men have this aggression toward one another because it's promoted in the music. Seeing black men, killing each other, shooting each other down and whatnot. Pretty soon you're desensitized to it. You think it's a joke. You don't value your own life. You got more value for other people's lives, other races of people's lives than you got for your own. Then you don't understand when people don't take you seriously or don't have no respect for you. You don't understand that. You don't understand when people sit up here and judge you a certain way based off of the music you listen to. Right? You don't understand that. Whenever somebody, like I said, somebody stands up for something, you understand? Stands up for the right thing. You notice a lot of our people, like I said, they're quick to say, oh, he trying to preach. Or what he talking about? Oh, that ain't bad. Why he trying to get on the rappers? I like Biggie. I like Tupac. I like ᴄᴜʟᴛᴜ. I like all these other people. I like this nonsense. I like that nonsense. You black women, y'all should be the first ones standing up for this. Because if you ever want to know why it is the black man lay down with you, screw you, get you pregnant and leave you, don't take care of the kids, thank hip hop for that. See, because that's what hip hop promotes. When Common tried to promote that song about staying and taking care of his child and whatnot, how much play did that get? But some nigga sitting around here talking about, the black man, real true hustlers, they don't take care of their family. They put these black men, these black males, I should say, and on rap shows or on these DVD shows and whatnot, showing that they're not taking care of their children. Right? That's the mentality that's bred in the men that you lay down with, and your mind is messed up because you want these type of guys. You black women, you want these kind of guys with his pants hanging off his ass. You want him smoked out on weed. You want that because that's a real man to you. You think that's a real man. Me standing up for something that's positive, standing up for something that's intelligent, standing up for something that's real about the evolution of our people. Black women don't want that because that's preaching. That's weak. He ain't no bad boy. I said something on Facebook. I said, you black women, y'all need to stop looking for good boys and bad boys and look for strong men who standing up for something that's real. You understand? That's what that's what y'all want. Y'all want the video clown. You want this. You want the thug. And then when he turn around, get you pregnant, leave you, oh, black men ain't nothing. Black men ain't it. Right? That's what you said. Black man ain't nothing. Maybe you wasn't nothing because nothings attract nothings. Right? That's the mentality you wanted. Because I'm pretty sure a black man presented himself, so-called black man presented himself who was decent, good brother and whatnot, but you put him in the friend zone. You didn't want him. You wanted the bad boy. You wanted that thug nigga. You wanted that hip-hop head. You wanted that guy that reminded you of the Mano or Plies or one of these niggas in the video. You wanted that. Snoop or Biggie or Tupac or whoever. You wanted one of those. You didn't want a man who was speaking like he had sense and had a vision for the future. That you don't want. You turned off by that. You turned on by some nigga with his pants hanging off his ass and a baseball cap on the back of his head, dressed like he's 15 and the man's 40 years old. That's what you want. You understand? That's what you want. Those are the type of people you want to be associated with. And like I said, I never see the people in the churches, the righteous people in the churches, do they ever stand up against that? No, they tell the thugs they can come to church. They could come as you are. We ain't judging you. You know, God is the judge. We ain't judging you. So then the thug could sit up in the church next to your daughter trying to screw her and get her pregnant. Now she want the thug. She don't want the nice guy she was talking to that wanted to be with her. She want the thug, the guy with his pants off his ass who got a Jesus piece on, and he only went up in the church to get your daughter. Now because you invited this scum into your church. Right? That's all he was there for, to be a demon, to come in there and get her pregnant, mess up her life, right? Then go back out in the street, smoke weed, and do whatever he wants. And she'll follow him out of the church into that. But do y'all stand up against that? No. Y'all don't stand up against that. Y'all don't stand up against that stupidity. Exactly. They want the money. That's what they all about. It's not about raising men. It's not about raising boys into men. See, because a lot of these black males who into this hip-hop thing, they've never grown up and become men. So hip-hop grabbed them at an early and impressionable age and kept them as boys, kept them as young boys, to where they 40 and 50 years old and they still living at home with their mother. They still walking around with their pants hanging off their ass. They still walking around with baseball caps on their head. And they still talking like they 15 and 16 years old. They still talk the same way. They still use the same vernacular, everything. Nobody talks like regular people no more. Everything is slang. Everything is hip hop. Everything is slick. Everything is hip, trying to get over. We just don't talk to each other no more. Regular. I'm not saying talk to each other and sound like white people, because that's the first thing simple-minded niggas gonna say. Oh, you want to sound like white people? No, I want you to sound regular. Can you talk regular? Can we have a regular conversation like what we doing right here? Can we have a regular conversation? You understand? No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Everything is geared at turning the black man into a submental. You look at your Lil Waynes, your Jeezys, and all these people. It's gotten worse. It's like a downward sliding scale. From man to Cro-Magnon. And look, here it is. Ask the young black man today who listen to hip hop to express himself, to talk. He can't even talk. He can't even speak a straight line or a sentence. He sounds like a damn Neanderthal. He down to grunts in a minute. This is what it's coming down to. But who's standing up for that? Who's standing up for that? Nobody's standing up for that. But the white man's the devil, right? Oh, he the one pushed this music, but you buy it. You support it. You let your children listen to it. Right? He's wrong, but you accept this. You let your children listen to this garbage. You understand? It was all subliminal, right? It's about the tearing down of a people, the tearing down the mentality of a people. Don't tell me, Jesus destroyed the white Jesus destroyed our people. Yeah, he destroyed the old people. And your new black Jesus destroyed the new people, because your new black Jesus was Biggie and Tupac and all these other people, all these other rappers that you listen to today. You understand? They're the role models for your children. Now, I'm not saying that these people are supposed to be role models. I'm not saying that. But it's funny how they take the dysfunctional people and shove them in your face, because they want, the whole point of putting them out is not for their music, it's for them to be role models. So when I hear these guys talking about, oh, I ain't no role model, nigga, you ain't out here for your music. Don't nobody give a damn about your music, that what you call music, that noise you niggas make. Nobody cares about that. They didn't sign you for that. The powers that be, the ones who control your record content, they didn't sign you because you talented. They didn't sign you because you make good music. They signed you because you can poison a lot of minds. They want you to be a role model, a bad one. And you sign on the dotted line. You put yourself out there, knowing you ain't talking about nothing, knowing you niggas telling lies about how much dope you sold, what you did in the hood, and all that, just so you can lure another bunch of young, impressionable black boys and ignorant girls into that madness because they don't have parents at home. Right? That's what it is. That's what it's all about. And we're going to discuss that, even though we've been discussing it in greater detail tonight. I am the intellectual ᴄᴜʟᴛᴜRᴇ, and this is State of Mental Radio. And tonight, we're talking about the destruction, the mental destruction of black people through this hip-hop thing, right? That's what we're talking about. This is what it is, right? Has hip-hop culture, so-called culture, destroyed the minds of black people? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The fact that you could even sit up here and call that I don't know which, that garbage a culture is sad and sick. It's sad and sick. It's a degenerate mentality. You can call that a music, right? A music, a culture. You talk about, Pan-Africanism and Egyptology and all these other things, then now you're down to the hip-hop culture. So a so-called culture that you don't even control. A so-called culture where everybody and their mother who don't look like you, that done made billions of dollars off it, yet y'all still in the hoods poor, trying to get a damn record contract, trying to get on. You understand? That's what you're trying to do. That's what the damn black man trying to do. Or he want to be a drug dealer like these guys claim to be so he can stab and shoot and kill his brother, right? That's what he want. Yet the white man's the devil, right? He made y'all do that. Why is it that nobody's standing up for this? See, it took the intellectual ᴄᴜʟᴛᴜRᴇ to come out here and stand up for this, because you ain't going to see nobody in the so-called conscious community standing up against that nonsense. They ain't going to stand up against hip-hop because they like hip-hop. So how can I listen to you or take you seriously if you listen to that garbage? If you walking around looking like these niggas, if you walking around with Yankee baseball caps on and dressed like these people, you carry the same image and the same aura and the same submental way of thinking as them. You know different. You know different. You just throw in Egypt and Africa when you feel like it, but you really know different. Because that thing called hip hop has been allowed to infect the mentality of our people in all walks of life. Right? If you're a damn politician like Kwame Kilpatrick was, like I said, in Boston, I believe he was the mayor of Boston. If you were a politician, they called him a hip hop politician. If you're doing R&B music, they call it hip hop R&B. So two genres don't have nothing to do with one another. And they made Mary J. Blige the queen of that. Right? They took and then they saved the R&B, the best R&B for last, and they gave it over to white people now. They doing the R&B and y'all hip hop R&B. Right? So what does that do? That takes the music that was a serious music that was made from creative minds, right? People who actually took time to learn to play instruments, sing and produce and create, and they take garbage today called hip-hop, not rap music, because I told you there's a distinction between hip-hop and rap music. They take garbage called hip-hop and attach it to that. Why? Because the whole point is to dumb you down, to produce a childlike mentality in our people. That's the whole point of it. And we bite it all the time. We bite all the time. We take the bait. Right? Look, hip-hop housewives. Right? Loving hip-hop. They're going to keep hip-hop in your damn face. They're going to keep it in your head. The whole thing is not to let you evolve. Right? The whole thing is not to let you grow up. Listen to the word hip-hop. Sounds like something from Romper Room. Listen to the word. It's childlike. But y'all still listen to the music. You still listen to nonsense. Music that don't even sound good. And the black man just, he's programmed a 2013 program slave, driving down the damn street, listening to negative, ignorant, bad-sounding noise that they call music, blaring out his damn car. Niggas talking about nothing, just making noise. That's what y'all want. That's what you want to listen to. That's the energy that you put up, right? And this is the same energy that your children get off from you, right? This is the same image. You black women, y'all guilty of this as well. Y'all guilty of this as well, because y'all sit up here and you lay up with these niggas. You lay up with them. You lay down and have babies with them. These guys with this hip hop mentality. Guy who can't talk, you choose him to be the father of your child. He can't even speak a clear sentence. This is what you want to come up in you and leave a baby in your stomach. This is what you want. This is what you want your child to grow up in the image of. Oh, but when we talking about something right, well, he preaching. Why? Because you love them thugs, right? You love them thugs. Tell me what them thugs did for the evolution of our people. Tell me what the thugs do for the evolution of our people. Because you look at them as real men, bad boys. They real. They bust their gun. Yeah, to kill other black men. Yeah, that's what you want. They do more to promote white supremacy, right? When our people are inactive and not standing up for the evolution of our people, you are promoting supremacy of other people. Just by the inactiveness of our people, we promote supremacy of others. See, because had we been focusing on growing our people mentally, expanding the mentality of our people beyond this nonsense, we wouldn't have to worry about nobody else. If we totally focused on the evolution of ourselves as a people, we wouldn't have to worry about nobody else. You understand? That's what God do, or people who claim they want to be gods, or they gods. They don't sit and allow nonsense in their houses, in their kingdoms. They don't allow that. They don't allow their children to listen to garbage, or allow themselves to listen to garbage, or allow themselves to be associated with it. If all these people are supposed to be so righteous and good and whatnot, as soon as all these guys came up like Biggie and all them, black men should be like, what the hell is this, man? We ain't buying this. We ain't buying this. This garbage off our, nah. But you black men and black women, y'all was dancing to it. You still dance to it. You put Biggie up like he Jesus, right? He might as well be all the same garbage. White Jesus and Biggie, right? Just as good as white flour and cornbread. Things that'll make you sick mentally and physically, right? Put Snoop up, smoking weed, all that. That's what y'all listen to. And you want these people, the people that listen to this garbage, living around your children, right? The black man can't even secure his own environment to get. He want to talk about getting a nation or land and being sovereign. You can't even secure your goddamn household from garbage like this and niggas around your kids like this. You can't even secure your neighborhood, or at least take a section of your neighborhood and y'all form a community and say, look, these men here and these women here, we live in this way, or we separating ourselves. We don't want to be part of the black community. We don't want our kids listening to hip hop. We don't want our kids around going to schools being miseducated. You can't even do that. But yet and still, you want to so-called take over the world and take down the white man and the Asian man and all these other people and take over the world. But you can't maintain control in your own household. You a joke. You people that you conscious people are a joke. You so-called cultural people, righteous people, y'all a joke. You can't even take hold of your own damn household. You can't even control what your children listen to. You got to be kidding me. But like I said, the greatest power comes because the people listening to this message, they should be like, you know what, that brother's right. That brother's right. He's standing up for what's right for the evolution of our people. But the simple-minded nigga gonna get mad at what I'm saying. He gonna get mad. Oh, he trying to get at us. Well, who he think he is? Who that nigga think he is? Y'all supposed to be mad as hell, just like me. Y'all supposed to be mad and be like, yeah, you know what? He right. I can't believe I sat up here and let my kids listen to that garbage. I can't believe I let myself live around these niggas. I raised my kids around this, and then I want to sit around talking about the white man's the devil. You understand? I can't believe this. I said the greatest power comes to you when you kick your own ass. What do I mean by that? I said the greatest power comes to you when you are able to kick your own ass. What I mean by that is you be the first one in line to chastise yourself when you're doing something wrong. And when somebody's chastising you, look at what's being said. Don't get emotional. Look at what's being said and logically see where we have headed since we've allowed ourselves to go down this road that we keep going down nowhere. That you've lost the babies. You lost them. They gone. But you talking about sovereignty in the future, and you ain't got your babies. They so disconnected from what you talking about, it's not even funny. They more connected to what Kanye and Jay-Z and them talking about. They more connected to that. They not listening to you. They don't care what you're talking about. They don't care about Allah and Jesus and Muhammad and all this other nonsense, even though that's a bunch of nonsense you push too. But they don't care about that. They don't care about Egyptology and Pan-Africanism and all that nonsense, metaphysics and all that junk you push. Why? Because they turn around and look at you with a Yankee baseball hat on your head or trying and listening to Jigga and them and watching hip-hop, Love and Hip-Hop. That's why they don't give a damn and they don't take you seriously. Because you ain't no different than them. You ain't no different than the people that you say you different from. Just a few hoteps and ashes, and you think you different than them? You think you different than the simple-minded niggas that promote this madness? Y'all supposed to be better than that. You supposed to be the conscious people. You supposed to be conscious. You supposed to be the intelligent people, the righteous people, the God-like people. I don't see it. Because the God-like people stand up like real men and real women against wickedness. Even in their own damn house. They stand up against wickedness. Now, if that sounds preachy and self-righteous because, I'm saying that, there's garbage in the house, let's take the garbage out of our house, that sounds preachy and self-righteous, then something wrong with you. Because the house stinks. Because garbage is sitting in it. And y'all got a problem with the black man and black woman got a problem with separating themselves from the black trash. They got a problem with that. They got this simple-minded nigga mentality where they talk, oh, well, we all black, so we all family. Everybody ain't family because your skin is the same complexion, damn it. Everybody not family. Just because our skin is the same complexion, we all family. Right? We all family. No, we not. We got some negative family members. We got some bad family members. Some ignorant family members. And y'all choose to be ignorant right along with them. Because at least, with the negative family members or the ignorant family members, at least there was a time where we'd be like, oh, well, we know that's our ignorant family members and whatnot. That's the ignorant family members and whatnot. We got to know that who they are, And, like I said, somebody, here it is, somebody ignorant done stood up. Like I said, somebody ignorant done stood up for Biggie. There you go. See? And look at they got the name Sakim Cam. Yeah, there you go. Your Egyptology name, you supposed to be I'm pretty sure the ancestors were talking about bitches and hoes and money cracking, blowing brain, shooting other black men, but you stand up for that. But how, your message is mixed, brother. There's some guy responded on my Facebook. He said, I'm still here and my mind isn't destroyed and I still listen to Big. Yeah, there you go. Then you might as well just go ahead and use your regular white man name then. Why are you sitting up here using the name? You talk about the ancestors so much and Egypt and all that. Was they up here talking about killing other black men and money, bitches, and hoes? Was they talking about that? Or was they talking about building governments and societies and continuing on in a generational people? Was they talking about that? Was they talking about building, or was they talking about destroying? Because that's what Biggie, all he ever talked about was destroying. You understand? So your mind is destroyed. Your mind is already destroyed. You understand? But like I said, because you Negroes like the music, you like how the beat make you sound and whatnot, how the beat sound and whatnot, it's fine. Right? Hell, Biggie could have said, chop up 100 women and cut and drink their blood. When you niggas was about, yeah, because it had a good beat to it. And he rhymed it nice. You would have said, yeah. That's the mentality of the black man and the black woman. You understand that? I told the bro, my response was, your mind is already destroyed. You understand? Just because you ain't sitting around here partaking in that, the fact that you sticking up for it shows your mind is destroyed. The fact that you sticking up for it. The fact that you ain't standing up against that. You want to stand up against something, but that's the mindset of the black man. You stand for nothing. You stand for nothing. You stand up for nothing. I got more respect for the white man because at least he stand up for what he ain't going to have his kids listening to that. You understand? He ain't going to have his kids listening to it. He going to try to police the music his children listen to. But how do you police a music when y'all sitting up here listening to it? Because it's just music, right? Right? It's just music. That don't mean nothing. But then, would you have had a problem if, say, a white guy came and since, the music and the lyrics and the content, it don't bother you? Well, if a white guy come and he start calling you, and he was rhyming, and he start calling you niggas and calling your women bitches and sluts and how he hate the black woman and all that, would you have a problem then? Why not? If Biggie called the black woman a bitch and a hoe, why would you have a problem if the white man called you a nigger and called your woman a bitch and hoe? It'd be wrong then, right? You be ready, you be up in arms then. But Biggie could do it as a black man, so-called black man, you okay with it. That shows you the simple mentality of the damn black man. You understand? That's the mentality. A lot of people, they wear different names, they take up different names and things like that, and they think that make them different. You niggas might as well have kept your white slave names. Don't come with this Sikim, Ka, Ma, and all these Ra, Ba, Atum Rays and Atum Ras and all that. You niggas are full of it. You might as well have kept your white man names because your mentality has not changed. A name don't change the mentality. But that's that. Like I said, I'm being self-righteous, right? I'm wrong because I'm saying something against Big because y'all love Big. Y'all love Pop. You love all the negativity that they had to spit out their mouth. You understand? And like I said, I like hip-hop. I'm not even bothered by the negative depictions of it if it's telling the story that's going to lead us to an evolved state, because I'm all about evolution. I'm all about the betterment of my people. You understand? I'm all about the betterment of my people. You understand? I'm wondering why, like I said, our people have a problem with standing up for what's right. You, like I said, you look at that and then you wonder why our people are the way they are. You understand that? Why is it that our people have a problem with standing up for what's right? We don't stand up for what's right, and then we wonder why nothing right happens in our life. We don't stand up for the right thing. Yet we want to call ourselves gods, goddesses. But where are the gods and goddesses when it comes to standing up for something right? That shows you that the so-called conscious community and the so-called black community is destroyed off of that. Just off of the hip-hop. Destroyed. Putting on African garb and like a costume or a robe and whatnot, and you still listening to this madness, that don't stand for nothing. That don't mean nothing. That shows what you really about. See, because you could always put on and take off a costume, but it's about what's in your mind. You could always put on a name. You understand? You could always put a name on and you could take a name off, right? You could take a name off, take a new name, call yourself righteous this and righteous that, but where is it, right? Where is the evolution at? Where is the change at? Where's the betterment at? The betterment don't start. Y'all looking for betterment to come from the white man, but you ain't looking for it to come within yourself. You aren't looking for it when you could sit up here. First thing to start is stop listening to negative messages. Stop feeding into negative messages. Oh, but I guess Biggie, he ain't negative. None of these people that you listen to are negative. You understand? No, it didn't do no damage to you. It didn't do no damage to you, black woman, when you got a man who want to be a rapper. Here, this nigga 40 years old. He's still trying to be a rapper at 40, 45 years old. He ain't trying to get no job. He ain't trying to start his business. He ain't trying to go back to school. He ain't trying to do a damn thing. He just want to get on the mic and bless the mic. You understand? He want to just bless the mic. He want to be that nigga smoking the blunts and wearing some Timbs, and he want to be hanging out in the club with the rappers and spitting lyrics and getting drunk. That's the nigga you want to be with. That's who you want to have a baby with, right? But no, you don't contribute to that ignorance, black woman, right? You don't contribute to that. You black females, y'all don't contribute to that. When you talking about you want a bad one, you don't contribute to that, right? No. You ain't helping to keep the ignorance going. You figure as long as you say Ashe and Hotep, or you go to the church and get prayed up, you righteous, right? You good, right? But then you spreading your legs for some so-called bad boy, some simple-minded nigga with his pants hanging down, talking about nothing. I said we was going to be raw and uncut tonight. Raw and uncut. You want to hear about why the black man can't stand up and be a real man? Because everybody that sits up here, I don't care what they talking about, what avenue they come from, Pan-Africanism, 5%, wherever you coming from, metaphysics, wherever consciousness you coming from, y'all all uphold that hip-hop. You uphold these negative messages. Egyptology, Egypt names, you niggas are phony, man. Y'all phony because you still uphold that message. You understand? You still uphold that message. You're going to figure out a way to defend what these people are saying. Biggie, Tupac, and the rest of this garbage that flowed through the floodgates after them, because they was the opening of the garbage that flooded through the gates. And all has been garbage, a long list of garbage for over 20-something years since they done been here. Talking garbage, trash, nonsense, things that we can't grow with mentally, things that are doing nothing but slowing down the evolution of our people. You understand? And stopping us from receiving the message of God, the true and living God. You understand? That's going to raise us into God. That's what's slowing us down. But no, y'all stand up for that stupidity. Then you wonder why your community don't change. You wonder why your community done got worse. You wonder why your kids is getting shot, cutting, stabbed in the face, that they face slashed, joining gangs. No, it ain't got nothing to do with hip-hop, right? No. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact you played that garbage in the house. Right? No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Nobody stands up for that, though. Nobody stands up for intelligence. You understand that? Nobody stands up for it. See, people say, oh, well, it's just music, it's just entertainment. And, it's no different than a movie, right? But here's the difference in the movie. I'm going to show you the difference. I love when people tell me that. I love when people just say it's entertainment and that it's just a movie. Here's the difference. You know how you're able to divorce yourself from the movies? Because 9 times out of 10, when you see the movie, it's mainly white people in the movie. You're rarely going to see black people playing in movies nowadays. Or any day going back. You rarely see black people in movies. Right? You see white people in movies. So already your mind is somewhat divorced from them because these people don't look like you. All right, who are acting out being criminals and murderers and rapists or whatever they play in the movie. They don't look like you, so you don't really identify with them. But when you go and buy that record, when you go and buy that rap record, you looking at all black men, so-called black men, with this message. That's what you looking at. You looking at all black men with this message of negativity. You understand? You looking at all these black men with that message that's talking about nothing. Like I said, I like rap music. I like storytelling. I'm not a prude about nothing. I'm not no preachy type of person. I can appreciate the music if it's going somewhere, if it's telling a story about the evolution of the upliftment of our people in some way, shape, or form. I don't care how greasy you tell it. Not somebody that's sitting here, because I hear this all the time. Our people say, well, positive rap don't sell, or it ain't about positive rap. It ain't about negative rap. It's about constructive rap music, constructive rap. It ain't about positive or negative hip-hop. It's about constructive rap music, constructive things that we can take and grow from. You can say anything as long as you can get people to grow from that. Oh, why everything got to be positive? Why everything got to be negative? Because everything out these niggas' mouths is negative. You don't say, why everything got to be negative? What is it that these kids can grow from? That's done purposely. That's done purposely. But where are our people standing up for this? Where are our people standing up for? Where are the black, so-called righteous black men, the so-called conscious men, and all these cultural men and the righteous ones? Where are they standing up for this at? I don't hear them standing up for this. You mean to tell me, like I said, how you going to talk about building a nation? Because the principles of this nation when it was built, United States, they was in God we trust. Even though you could say, oh, they had slaves and they was doing this and they was doing that. Yeah, that was business. But they stood on certain principles here. In God we trust. We Christians. We're going to defend our homeland. Whatever. They stood on certain principles. That's how they were able to build and maintain it, because they believed in that. They was ready to live and die for that. You black men and black women, y'all ain't ready to live and die for nothing that's right. You want to live doing the wrong things. That's what you want to do. You're not ready to divorce yourself from the garbage. You want everybody to be down. You want everybody with so-called black skin, which ain't black. But you want everybody with so-called black skin that we all could be together. We all family. We all, we shouldn't judge. What the hell you niggas talking about? What are you talking about? If you're not judging nobody, then you can let anybody be around your kids. You can let pedophiles, homosexuals, lesbians, you can let everybody be around your kid, right? Because you ain't judging, right? But there's a reason why you don't let certain people around your children. There's a reason why you don't allow yourself to be around certain people. That's judgment. But you pick and choose when you want to judge things. You pick and choose. Hell, you black men and black women are supposed to be the most judgmental people on the planet. The fact that you're not judging, this is why your lives are so messed up right now. That's why you sitting up in the church ignorant, because you're not listening to what that's coming out this man in the church mouth, the lies that's coming out his mouth. You sitting up here listening to the choir, you listening to the people jumping up and down, screaming. You looking at all the people in there. You looking at the social gathering. You're not listening to what's coming out of his mouth. You're not judging what's coming out of his mouth. That's the same thing way hip hop works. You get caught up in the hype and the hysteria of it. You might be at a concert. You might be looking at the video. You get caught up in that. You listening to the beat. You're not paying attention to what's coming out of his mouth. Or you tell yourself, oh, it's not bad. It's just a record. But you don't understand what that's doing. You don't understand the words that have power, that can shape things and people. Words have started wars. Words have ended wars. Words have started revolutions. Words have ended revolutions. But you want to talk about, oh, it's just words, it don't mean nothing. It does mean something. The day you start saying that with this music hasn't done nothing to mess up the minds of the people, that shows that you are mentally dead. That's talking to a brain dead nigga. You understand? That's talking to somebody that's mentally dead. You understand? Get away from him. Get away from her. Because they already showed you their mentality. They showed you their mentality. They could promote that nonsense. Yeah, Biggie was a good lyricist. Clever. Smart. Didn't say nothing that would help people. Didn't say nothing constructive. Didn't say nothing. I mean, you could have told all them stories about selling drugs, even though you lie. Lies. Because you're trying to weave a story to get black men to get enticed into that whole drug dealing and killing life. Young men who wasn't even into that. You trying to induce them in that submental and subliminal way. as your handlers put you out to do. Now you get out here and you get it, and you get their minds, and you made a fortune. All right? You showed them all the trappings that you made from the rap music. Meanwhile, you sold them a lie that you got money from hustling drugs and killing people when you made your money being an entertainer. You destroyed their minds and you made a fortune. Like a lot of you rappers do. You make fortunes destroying the minds of children, because that's really what you make your money doing. You don't make your money from nothing else. You're not making your money from nothing else. But see, the black man, like I said, this has enabled us to stand up as real men. The black man talk about, I'm a grown-ass man all the time. Black woman, I'm a grown-ass woman. Man up, woman up. No, you're not going to be able to man up and woman up. You're not going to be able to, because you will be caught in a perpetual mindset of childlike behavior based on the music that you listen to every day. When you go into the club, when you go and turn the music on in your car, you're being programmed. Your children are being programmed when you got them sitting in the car next to you listening to this garbage. When the people in society calling you the hip-hop community, when they calling you hip-hop politicians or hip-hop cops or hip-hop this, and they're attaching hip-hop onto everything that you are as a suffix onto everything that you about. You don't see something here? You don't see something here? You don't see a pattern? That shows you how dumbed down you have become, because you don't even see a pattern. You understand? You understand? You can't even see the pattern, because you so busy, caught up on this. You so busy, yo, son, this, that, and the third. This nigga could spit, son. This nigga nasty, son. He spit this, that, and the third. What is he spitting? Where is he spitting? Stupidity? You ever notice, you want to know how damaged the black man's mind is off of hip-hop? Listen to all the guys get some of these guys. This is how you know. Go to Atlanta, go to New York, come to New York, go to Atlanta, go to L.A., and you'll see all these guys. Go to any place down south in between, and Detroit, wherever, and you will see black men on the street corner. I guarantee you will see black men on the damn street corner selling their CD, trying to get on as rappers, right? You will go in any of these cities and see black men trying to sell they rap CDs, right? Get any one of these rap CDs and listen to them. I guarantee you're going to hear niggas going to get shot, niggas selling dope, my bitches, my hoes, my women, the club, blunt. But yet and still, you mean to tell me that they wasn't influenced by something to say say a bunch of nonsense like this, a bunch of ignorant nonsense like this? The message is the same state to state. Stupidity and ignorance. So who influenced them to do that? Right? Who influenced them to do that? Who influenced them? Yet you say, no, this stuff wasn't used as a weapon. That is a national mentality. Hell, it's not even a national mentality. You can go to Africa in certain countries and you can hear guys selling mixes trying to get on saying the same thing. But you mean to tell me that's just a coincidence, right? That's just a coincidence. All right? That they all talking like that? That they all talking about money and hoes and clothes and guns and this, that, and the third? That's just a coincidence. Nah, that ain't, come on, you making too much out of that, son. You know, I said that whole so-called hip-hop culture has cheated a lot of black men. It has cheated black men. Cheated them. Why? Because you had real black men, so-called black men, who could have been doing something more with their life. All right? They could have been doing something more. I mean, it's one thing, you know, you out here, you rapping, you getting your little money and stuff like that. You in the thing counting your money and all this other stuff, and, you know, you trying to be cool. You trying to count your little hip-hop money, your little show money, whatever you guys do to get your money, do your shows. And, you know, you don't get no money from your budget, whatever you doing, and you trying to act like hustlers and whatnot, and you guys never do nothing but with the money anyway. All you do is give it back to the white man on things you can't afford. Big cars. Y'all don't, not houses, because you niggas don't really buy houses. You know what I mean? You'll live in the projects with a $80,000 car, right? A car, you know, maybe a little house somewhere, a little condo, wherever, something where you ain't going to spend money on. You don't care much about where you live at. And a little car. that you can get back and forth to the club and floss with and put chicks in. That's all you care about. And how much weed you can smoke until you can get the next show. That's what you came here to do, right, black man? That's what God put you here to do. God put you here to smoke weed, talk about a bunch of nigga nonsense on music, right? And drive expensive cars you can't afford. No, that mind that you got to memorize those 16 bars, those 32 bars, that could have been a mind that could have went to memorizing medical procedures and all kinds of other things to help our people. You don't think you've been given a mind like that to where you can study medical procedures to help our people, to study law? See, that's how you build a so-called black power nation, so-called black power. Like I said, that's black power, mental power, or what we call bright power, because we don't deal with the black and white thing. You understand? We're saying that our new people are rising out of the black race, and we not in concern with the white race or the black race. We talking about the bright race, the solar intelligent beings, the ones who are looking into the future. See, we're going through an evolutionary jump right now. And those of our people who are in tune, we jumping the hell out of hip-hop or away from that whole hip-hop mentality. We divorcing ourselves from that nonsense. See, because we've been cheated as a people. We've been cheated. Right? You got black men, like I said, they done threw their whole life away. They threw their whole life away just so they can try to be rappers, chase a dream, right? When you got the rappers that's today in the industry, they struggling. They struggling. They're not selling records, and the record company's not even promoting them, right? They struggling. They doing little shows and stuff like that, and they trying to stay relevant, but they struggling. But this is the mentality of our people. We don't push up. We don't push up real people doing real things. Brothers and sisters going to school to be doctors or lawyers or nutritionists or anything to help our people, helping the evolution of our people. We push up people who talking about nothing. Niggas who doing nothing. And like I said, you people in the conscious community, I never hear you talk about this. I never hear you talk about this. You so-called conscious, you so-called intelligent, you Pan-Africanist people, you righteous people. I never hear you talk about this. That proves that hip-hop has poisoned your minds. That proves it. Because if it didn't poison your mind, you'd be up here ranting. I shouldn't be the only voice up here saying this. I shouldn't be the only voice. ᴄᴜʟᴛᴜRᴇ shouldn't be the only one up here saying this. You understand? I shouldn't be the one advocating this. I should be drowned out by a sea of voices talking like this. You niggas should have been talking like this 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago when Biggie came out. But where was y'all at? Where was y'all at? Y'all went from listening to Brand Nubian and whatnot, and they had good things to say, Brand Nubian. You went from listening to them, listening to Rakim. You went from listening to Gangstar and people that tried to have something good to say, or tried to say something uplifting, to listening to this garbage. You understand? Y'all niggas just went right into it. Y'all flowed right into it. Nobody said nothing. You let your babies be destroyed off of that. Y'all didn't stand up on no platform and say, yo, we ain't for this. We ain't letting our babies listen. And if y'all did, pardon me if y'all did, but I didn't see it because I was out here. I didn't see it. I seen everybody listening to Biggie. I seen everybody listening to Tupac and all these other rappers that's out now. I hear y'all listening to them. Nobody's talking about, oh, why these niggas keep up here promoting this murder and mayhem and this madness and stabbing and shooting and Bloods and Crips and gangs and all. Why ain't y'all stopping that? Why ain't y'all talking about speaking against that? Why not? Because y'all a bunch of black devils. That's really what it is. Y'all for the submental. Y'all ain't for the evolution of the upliftment of our people. Stop fronting. Y'all not. Y'all not for the upliftment of our people. And those of our people who sit around and not doing nothing for the upliftment of our people are coming together collectively. You phony. You phony. You're phony. See, real people do real things. Real people do real things. They speak on real things. They speak on real things with no fear. I got no fear in nothing I'm saying because it's real. Real people speak on real things, and they touch on real things. It'd be easy for me to get up here and talk about Egypt and Africa and all that other stuff. It'd be easy for me to do that. You understand? It'd be so easy for me to get up here and talk about Egypt and Africa. You understand? But those societies are dead. You understand? Egypt is dead. Africa, like I said, what you calling Africa, that's already in the hands of the white man. It's Africa, the Africans just live there. The black Africans just live there. It's owned by the white man. All right? They puppets. These niggas just live there. And that's real talk. I'm interested in the future evolution of our people. So I'm going to talk about things that are in the present so that we can move past these things and head into the future collectively as a new group, as a new elect people. That's real. That's real talk. And real action. That's real action. Talk will always precede action. We'll be right back. That track was called Hurry by Naked Music, for those of you who want to know what that is. I love that track. Somebody said something interesting to me on Facebook, because sometimes I monitor the chat room and I monitor the Facebook, and I answered this guy. I said, he said, I control my own mind. Nobody controls me. I can listen to what I want. I said, you can listen to what you want. I don't care what you listen to. I really don't care the fact that you responded to my post. I didn't respond to nothing you posted. You responded to my post. So I'm responding to you, and I tell you the fact that you could sit up here and argue about or stand up in defense of Biggie and what he had to say, when the whole intent of that was out here. It wasn't about music. The whole intention was to destroy the minds of the babies, to take impressionable people and destroy their minds. That was the whole intention. The fact that you could stand up for that, the fact that you got time to sit around and listen to that, the fact that I don't know of you or who you are to be out here. Who are you? Are you out here pushing the evolution of our people? That shows that you destroy and that your mind is controlled. You understand? That proves that your mind is destroyed. You know what I'm saying? It proves that your mind is controlled. When you're doing nothing, and when you're doing nothing in the evolution of our people, because each day you're here on earth, you're supposed to be living for the evolution of our people. You're supposed to be doing something, coming together for the evolution of our people. You're supposed to be doing something, bringing up the evolution of our people. We said that in the state of Mentel. You understand? The whole point of the state of Mentel is to bring about the evolution of our people. You understand? That's the whole point. That's the whole point of me doing these radio broadcasts. I'm not here to just bash these guys. I don't give a damn about Biggie and Tupac and all these other rappers. I don't care about them. This is my way of raising my people from that submental nonsense and raising them to be gods, raising them on a higher mental level, because you have to separate yourself from the lower mental state in order to raise to a higher mental state, to become those gods that y'all been talking about. You understand? You have to make the mental separation. See, this is why our people who claim to be gods and goddesses are not becoming these gods, and goddesses are not growing into them, because not into real ones. Not sitting up here just saying you God, you a goddess and all this, or you a earth, or whatever you're calling yourself. This is why this is not really happening, and your situation not changing. Y'all still in the projects, you still in the poor, you still ain't got nothing, because you haven't evolved your thinking. You haven't totally changed your way of thinking. It can't be, I'm going to change this, but I'm not going to change that. I'm going to listen to Biggie and Tupac and them because that's my niggas, but I'm still righteous, and I'm for the upliftment of my people. Nigga, how you going to be for the upliftment of your people and you listen to some nigga talking about killing your people, selling dope to your people? What are you talking about? What kind of madness is that? That just shows you again. The black man just sound, and I heard somebody, I'm repeating verbatim what somebody had said to me. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. You saying one thing, you for the evolution and the upliftment of our people, but then you listening to that. I'm going to take a call. 757, you on the air.
What's going on, man? Yeah, you giving the business, you know what I'm saying? And definitely time to do that, man, for real, because one thing with our peoples, man, they so slack. They so slack with, they say what they want. I mean, you know what, people say what they express, like they want to be better and they want to do better, but actually they do the opposite of better. You know what I'm saying, by either not saying nothing, being complacent. And a lot of people think because they don't say nothing, and I used to tell people, you know what I'm saying, just because, you know what I'm saying, you don't do nothing, don't think don't nobody see you. You know what I'm saying? You included in the madness with the rest of the people that's doing just as much as damage. And you hit on it when you was mentioning, I know when Biggie and all of them came out, it was around 90-something, right? And you were saying how Rakim and all of them was coming through the industry. And again, I'm not going to put it on nobody else. It's got to stay on us. It's got to stay on us. So I'm going to try to make a couple of points real quick. You know what I'm saying? During that time, you know what I'm saying, Rakim and all of them brand new was, like you were saying, they was out. You know what I'm saying? They was getting their promotion on the radio and so forth. And then all of a sudden they came in with this crap and didn't nobody say nothing. And so if you're looking at somebody observing you, right, you know what I'm saying, because everybody is observing you. They like, okay. Well, they was riding on this for a long time. You know, this is how they culture, so-called culture started. But all we had to do is throw these people in because they were starved. They thirsty. They thirsty for money. We know they thirsty for money. So here we go. We'll go ahead and throw that in and watch them. And they sat back and looked at us, and ain't nobody say nothing. So they rolled it all the way out. They rolled it from Biggie and Pac, and then they went ahead and went over there to the idiots and the ones on the West Coast that just strictly was toting guns, and NWA. Now everything out of their mouth was nigga and bitch, and they was like, oh, let's see how they act. Oh, they ain't gonna say nothing. Oh, here we go. We about to run it. We about to run it on them. Now, one thing that our people is, I mean, and let me just, you know what I'm saying, give you props on the intelligence part, because you got to realize there's other beings here that's intelligent. All right, so they watching you and they see that one, I'm gonna start with the black man. You have no business ethics at all, and when you say industry, you ain't controlled or started no alternative industry. So when they seen that you weren't going to do anything about distribution or publication, and you didn't really care about that, because at the end of the day, all you wanted was some fake Federal Reserve notes, you know what I'm saying, and you were going to ride on your people's culture in order to get it. And when people see that, they say, all right, well, we got them right there. We got them because they ain't got no business sense. Because they won't start no business in order to have the MCs or the artists or the hip-hop artists or, the brand or the conscious, whatever people call themselves. They won't start an enterprise in order to facilitate this information or their culture through that. They like, oh, no, they ain't going to start nothing. They're going to depend on us to run everything and pay them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, like you said, look into the future. You know what I'm saying? You say, state of mentality is about going into the future. So you got other entities that's looking into the future, and they're sitting there saying, oh, y'all ain't looking into the future as a whole. One, you're not saying nothing. Two, you're thirsty. And three, you know what I'm saying, you'll say anything to topple each other. Now, the third point is the sisters, because I got to get them the business, too. They got to get the work, too. Mm-hmm. Yo, the sisters, they the ones that request the songs that you hear on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't really call and request to hear this and this and that. So, again, on the background, the sisters that ain't saying nothing and, they ain't, even if they Afro conscious, they still in the background, they dialing whatever the radio number is and calling in. Let me hear Lil Wayne dumbass. Let me hear Jay-Z fake ass. Let me, Kanye West just made a song saying something, said, don't get mad at me, I'm going to go buy 1,000 chains. White people go start businesses. It's a new song. He put it out and said, whatever, Spike Lee going to be mad at me, but this is what they going to run on the radio. They going to run it, and the niggerettes, they going to keep requesting the song. So you got sisters that are requesting it. You got dumb niggas that are thirsty, you know what I'm saying, to get money, so they won't sit around and do any business ethics. And, you know, pretty much at the end of the day, is a small percentage of people like yourself, like myself, that's sitting there witnessing, you know, the atrocity. And there's a small percentage that you know, that feels this way and don't have a manner of disrupting the insanity, because the young children all the way up to the 40-some-year-olds, they ain't going to do nothing, because look, everybody went out and voted for Obama, dumbass, you know what I'm saying, during the election. Everybody went out and voted. All these niggas and nigga-ass that voted, why you don't care about your culture? Why after you vote, you don't come out and deal with the things that deal with your community? All these people, and they having all these congressional meetings, you see niggas running around the street with shirts and all of this. These are same niggas that don't say nothing when it deals with a brother. Every time you turn the news on, a brother done killed another brother. You know what I'm saying? Or a sister going to the abortion clinic. You know what I'm saying? And want nobody say nothing there, but you around here voting and everything. And so the whole thing is that you said it. At the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Moses, you know, this preach like they really wanted. They don't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody to do something and an illusion for them to feel like, you know, so that they can make another brother or sister look up to them. They don't really want to change nothing. The church ain't gonna do nothing. Black caucus ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing, because for real, you know, like you said, they up against the wall and they actually win it. You know what I'm saying? They win it. They win the whole thing. You know. They went the whole thing, and it's sad, man. It's sad that you know what I'm saying, and you're very compassionate about it, because it really does matter. You know, it don't just matter to you. It really matters to a whole bunch of spineless people that don't say nothing. They won't say nothing, and they won't do nothing. They won't have no campaign. You know what I'm saying, to stop the crap rap. You know what I'm saying, the crap rap. You know what I'm saying? Stop degrading everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Django and showing niggas in slavery, don't nobody come out and do nothing and no campaign. But soon as Obama run, or as soon as some shit, man, it's amazing. It's really amazing at the end of the day that people want to be the president or CEO under a white man or Arab, but they won't have the initiative themselves. They still monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's okay. It's okay. Don't nobody say nothing about all the men that get murdered on the nightly news every night. Every night. They ain't gonna say nothing. And due to rap, because you got all of these artists up here actually lying to you, saying they killing people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, and the beginning of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only one solution, man. You know what I'm saying? The people that really is about it, you got to get away from these people. You got to get away from these people.
That's the whole solution. I've been saying, I always advocate. I always advocate the separation in the black race. I always against the so-called black race, the ignorant from the intelligent, the ones who really about, like the ones who are passionate. It's just me telling my people to come over here when I'm doing these things about, you know, the real God, and like I'm doing January 27th, getting my people to come out. Now, all these people in New York that's listening to me, like I said, they should be all up in the conference on the 27th and whatnot to make this evolution happen, because it don't take a lot. It just takes a few, because by our people starting to come together in mass collectively under a whole new mindset, a whole new state, a whole new flag, a whole new set of principles as one people, that's going to make the people that are on the other side come over to where they want to be at, and it's going to start to tip the scales and whatnot, even somewhat in our favor, because, like I said, people who are doing the right thing and focused on the evolution of our people, going to far outweigh all the people that did the wrong, who were doing the wrong thing. A good example of that is like the Nation of Islam. Now, they probably might, and all their time of being in existence from 1930 up until the time Elijah Muhammad died and whatnot, they might have had upwards of maybe 70, 80,000 members, right? Now, you think about that in terms of 20 million black people. They made an impact on millions of people around this country, just the 70 or 80,000 people who was members. So that goes to show you that it don't have to be a lot of our people to come along. And even in the book of Revelation, where it talks about 144,000, now there's millions and millions of people, it don't have to be all of our people, but we have to start making the separation right now, because I don't want my son, I don't want my daughter growing up listening to garbage and living around niggas. You understand? I don't want that. I don't want them living around a bunch of hip hop heads, another generation of hip hop heads, and all kinds of filth and degenerate behavior around my people or my children or your children. We shouldn't want that.
Yeah, and you thinking in the future, and it's like, you know, more people, they listening, but it's like, won't nobody perceive, don't nobody have no perception, no vision. And I'm the same way. I got a little daughter, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, man, look, she can't hear none of it. And it's like, how do, you know, we're looking at, look, man, it has to be some type of campaign to stop, you know what I'm saying, these ignorant people. And look, have some integrity. First of all, have some integrity about yourself. That's one thing. Have some type of sense of it. But see, they hiding, because remember back in the days, they had to perform in front of people. Remember that? When hip-hop and rap and all that started? Now, Lil Wayne and all their little crew, you ain't got to see them. You see me? Mm-hmm. Before they put something out on the radio. They strategize and prevent us from getting at their ass. They strategize and prevent us from getting at them. You know what I'm saying? To stop them. You know, and so then at the same time, then our people don't have no integrity. And they say, oh, well, we don't have nothing else to listen to, so we're gonna keep going along with it. No integrity.
Bro, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care if Lil Wayne and them release records. I don't care how many of our people listen to it. Like I always say, I do these broadcasts for our people who are looking for a way out. And I always gave the way out as the state of mentality. We have to form our own separate community away from the black race, because that's the only way our people are going to be able to get away from this. You can tell your children not to listen to Lil Wayne or Gucci Mane or whatever the hell these niggas, whoever they pop up with next week. Like I said, whatever negative nigga they pop up with next week, it don't matter, because tomorrow, like I said, when your child goes to school or they're around their friends, they listening to it, and that mentality is already poisoned their minds, and they already in your kid's face bringing that mentality. So the whole thing is the separation of a people. Separate from these kind of people. Then you'll see and get the most productive people out of that separation, because that's all I'm advocating, like I said, to try to go on some campaign and tell people don't listen to this, don't play this. I don't want to stop them. I don't want to stop them from getting money, and I don't want to stop them from servicing the sub-mental people that they service. I don't care. I'm doing it for the evolution of my people who are trapped in these things, who are looking for a way out. The rest of these niggas, they can go to hell.
Yeah, I feel you. And
look, go to hell.
I mean, you already consistent, and that's the whole thing. The good thing about you and doing your broadcast 3 to 4 times, stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're consistent, and certain people, they got like this. It's hard for people to focus, right? You know what I'm saying? But with you being consistent on your broadcast, bro. With you being consistent, and I listen because you're consistent. You know what I'm saying? Stay consistent on what you're doing, because you know when you show up at one of your State of Mental events, they're gonna be there eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that, man. Stay consistent in what you're doing, because people are not consistent, but they eventually withdraw to what's consistent. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing the right thing, or keep coming up here and telling people, like you're doing, like, yo, look, something's wrong, and for those of you that know something wrong, and those of you that's going to do something about what's wrong, I'm here, and you know what I'm saying? I got this beacon, you know what I'm saying, that's flashing like in the ocean, flashing every bleak. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to share that, man. I appreciate you taking the time with me, bro.
I appreciate it too, brother. Thank you for calling.
Hey, no doubt.
All right. I'm going to stress that again. Like I said, I'm not trying to shut these guys down. If it's misunderstood, I'm not trying to shut nobody down. I'm not telling Lil Wayne and all them people to stop making music and whatnot. I'm not talking about them. I don't care. I'm not talking about the black people who want to buy that music. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to our people who are tired. I always say that all these State of Mentel radio broadcasts are for the people that are tired. It's not for the people trying to convince nobody. I'm not here to convince nobody. I'm not here to tell you, oh, well, come on, brother, come on, sister, you got to get your head together, you got to get your head right. 9 times out of 10, the majority of you people that supporting that garbage, your minds is garbage already. Your mind's already destroyed. It's not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my people who still got a few healthy brain cells left, who actually give a damn about the future of your children and yourself and the evolution of our people. I'm talking to you, those of you who are amongst these people who don't give a damn, the mentally dead. I'm telling you to come out and come amongst your people, the ones of our people who are thinking into the future as that intelligent race and new people into the State of Mentel. That's what we're doing. This is about the future evolution of our people. In God we trust, the true and living God, Amen. So that's what we're moving forward in the name of and in the power of. This ain't no religion. This ain't no self-righteous talk. This is just real people, real solutions, real talk, real evolution, real action. I'm going to take another call, 973. 973 on the air.
Peace, brother. How you doing?
Peace.
It's Brother JR again.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm good, Brother Newman. Thank you. Before this broadcast came on the net, I was listening to that other broadcast about Armin being the first space traveler and combining the two messages. Basically, it's time to evolve. Now, I called in respect to what's going on the 27th of January in the movement, the State of Mentel altogether. If you're situated in New Jersey and not exactly living close to BK, would it be advisable that, based on the projects that you all are taking on, that someone live closer to New York or maybe in New York area, or does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter because, like I said, we're trying to launch the State of Mentel as a national thing amongst our people. And, we're trying to get our thing out there, so it's not about, state to state. We do these meetings once a month. They bring out, and so people in the tri-state area could come, whether you in New Jersey, we have people come as far as Connecticut. So, it's all about coming together collectively and putting the state together because we are state after God. So if we are state after God and we are building a state in the name of God, the true and living God, Amen, then, like I said, we everywhere. It's just as God is everywhere, so are we.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, I thank you very much for answering that, and just keep on keeping on, brother.
All right. See you on the 27th.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. 423. 423 on there.
Okay, my thing is, what if the evolution does involve a blowing up? Then how do we look at that then?
If it involves what? Oh, involves what?
Something that blows up.
What you mean?
What I'm saying is, we're going into evolution.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, what if the evolution does involve a evolution of blowing up?
Blowing up what? What in particular are you talking about?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what you've been talking about, people blowing up. What I'm saying is, what if the evolution involves a blowing up in order for us to move to a higher state?
You mean as in destruction?
You cannot have a destruction without a creation. What I'm saying is, what if the evolution that we're going into is a part of blowing up?
Is a part of destroying, of something being destroyed?
No, something going to a higher state. So in order for something to, as a whole, to go into a higher state, everything else must blow up. That's what I'm asking you. What if the evolution is that, then what do we do?
Well, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. If that you're talking about something being destroyed in order for something to move forward.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I was asking. I'm saying that.
The reason I say that is because if you look at all the institutions, if you look at all the education institutions, if you look at all the financial institutions, if you look at the way they're bickering up in Washington, not only Washington, and all other major, Shanghai, Tokyo, London, or wherever you want to call it, all these places all over the globe, and they cannot get it right. Somebody's always suffering. You know what I'm saying? What if the evolution that we're going through involves a explosion in order for us to go into a higher evolution? See, nobody's talking about that. That's all I just wanted to ask.
Well, the answer to that question is the destruction or the explosion that we going through is a mental explosion right here. As far as everybody else is concerned, that's on Amen and how Amen is dealing with them. Our evolution has nothing. Our evolution is going to be separate from everybody else's. That what happens with them is what happens with them. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Our mental evolution and explosion is this mental explosion that we going through right now, where things are being destroyed in our minds to make way for the new. So. Okay,
that's all I wanted to ask. I just wanted to propose that because, I keep hearing being blown up.
Okay.
And, in order for something to go to a higher state of purity, it goes through what they call a chemical change, with the fire and everything. And, they tried to find out what it was when they was doing their alchemical things. But what I'm saying is what they was trying to do actually becomes a part of the evolution. That's all I was asking. That's all, my brother.
That's all evolution. Okay. All right, brother. Thank you. All right. We're going to play a little bit of music. Let me see what I want to play. That was Nas. Hip-hop is dead. I was responding to this person. Like I said, people got really emotional when I said what I said about Biggie. I had this guy, he's sitting up here. Right, he got the name Sakim Cam. He got the nerve to sit up here and have the name Sakim Cam, an ancient Kemetic name. He's sitting up here arguing with me about Biggie. Like I said, and he said his brain is not destroyed. I said, you sitting up here arguing with me. You're standing up for it. Like I said, and the black man loves to stand up for stupidity. You know what I mean? The black man loves to stand up for stupidity. He's sitting up here getting passionate about me, getting upset, sitting up here ready to curse me out and over Biggie. That just proves to you how stupid the black man is, how dumbed down he's been made. You sitting up here arguing with me over some man who all he did through his short music career was promote a bunch of negativity. All he did was promote and lies at that, but a bunch of negativity, a bunch of ignorance. You understand? At the behest of the beast. That's all he did. And you standing up and you uplifting that. But you'll find most of the people in the so-called conscious community and the people who they'll stand up for Biggie too. They'll put him up higher than Elijah Muhammad. They'll put him up over Dr. York and all the people that tried to really do something for the evolution of our people. They'll put him up over there. They'll put him up there. Like I said, they'll put him up there on a pedestal. You understand? They'll put him up on a pedestal. They'll turn around and say, what I'm doing is nothing. Trying to raise the minds of my people. But that shows you the simple-mindedness of the damn black race. You know what I'm saying? And he got a so-called Kemetic name. So that tells you, like I said, that Kemetic thing, that conscious thing, that righteous thing don't mean nothing. Because your mentality dictates who you really are. Your mentality dictates who you are. The fact that you're going to sit up here and stand up for some guy, all this nigga did was talk about a bunch of negativity, a bunch of damn foolishness. All he did was sit up here for, like I said, and dumb down people. All of these guys. You understand? And anybody that had something positive to say, they ain't making no records. So when you sit up here and you talking about, oh, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna be in the industry, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like I said, they're not letting you in the industry. They're not letting you in that industry. If you got something positive to say, like I said, you're gonna be somewhere sitting on the sidelines, or you're gonna be doing independent music. You know. You know, the black man, like I said, the black man will stand up for stupidity. Long as the stupidity got a nice beat behind it and got a good beat behind it, the black man will stand up for all kinds of stupidity and foolishness. You know, the black man, that's all he's about now. He'll stand up for stupidity. He'll stand up for Jerry Springer. He'll stand up for baby mama drama, black women fighting in the street, tearing off each other's clothes. He'll stand up for black men coming on Jerry Springer, black women and being humiliated. You are not the baby father. That's what your hip-hop community has bred. A bunch of simple-minded nigga nonsense. You know, and all you niggas all you become is entertainment for white people. You like zoo animals. You nothing but entertainment for white people and the rest of the world, not just the white man, but the Japanese. Everybody makes fun of you blacks. Everybody makes fun of black people because that's the mentality of your hip hop nigga nonsense. See, back then when you had people like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and black people with really serious, real men and real women, and even when we was out here just volleying and doing music and stuff like that, even our music had a message. It bred grown up people. What happened to the grown up people? What happened to the real men and women, the real responsible grown-up people, people like my father and my mother? What happened to those people? They got washed. They got swallowed up by and drowned out by hip-hop. That's what happened. That's what happened. And like I said, the fact that you can't even recognize these kind of people anymore, the few of our people who are left like this, we got to come together collectively because we're the ones that's going to move our people forward. It ain't going to be the majority of our people, the black race. Because you see, like I said, the fact that this nigga going to sit up here and argue with me for Biggie, the fact that he sits up here and argues with me and he's supposed to be conscious, that tell you everything. You know, standing up for stupidity. Standing up for foolishness. You know, come on my thing, like I said, and obviously you feel guilty about it because you come on my post and you answer. You come on my post and answer. What they say, a hit dog holler. You understand? If you was just a regular ignorant Negro, you know, like the majority of our people are ignorant Negroes, he wouldn't even respond. I don't know what he's talking. He would look right past it. But in fact, you got a so-called Egyptian name, and you're supposed to be quote-unquote conscious and be about our people, yet you could listen to this madness, or you can actually sit up here and challenge me because I said something about this madness that's still reverberating in the minds of our people. People still uplifting him, still got the rappers. Like I said, he's considered like, damn near like the grandfather of that negativity. New York negativity. He could be considered the grandfather, the father of New York negativity in hip-hop. Because he's the first one to open the door with that madness. You understand? He could be considered the father of all the negative niggas that fell out of the closet, talking about a bunch of nonsense, dope dealing, shooting each other, beating each other to death, stabbing each other, cutting each other in the face, like I said. But y'all, you guys that listen to him, y'all for the rise of the black man and black woman, you listen to these people. You understand? You listen to these people. You know, you listen to these people. You'll argue with me because I said something against these people. That's how shallow you become. Because somebody says something about your favorite rapper and you like his music, you like the beats and stuff like that. So the hell with everything else he got to say, right? Nobody should be critical of that. Nobody should be critical of all the rest of the stuff these niggas are saying on these records that's promoting the stupidity amongst our people. Nobody should say nothing because you like the artist. But that just goes to show you how simple-minded the black man and black woman have become. How they've been lulled into stupidity by hip-hop. You understand? Why do they put money into these messages? Why do they put money into this music? Why do they put money into talk shows and movies to promote this hip-hop culture, so-called quote-unquote hip-hop culture? Because it's about dumbing you down. It's about making you stupid. This was a plan. And a lot of our people are too stupid to see it. A lot of them don't want to see it. Because what that means is once you see it, that means then you have to be responsible in policing yourself and your children, right? It's like the fat person who don't want to be responsible for eating, knowing he's fat because he or she is fat because they eating the wrong foods and the bad meals and whatnot. But they want to ignore the fact that the food is bad for them because they want to be in that escapist mindset where they can just keep eating and getting fat and they ain't got to worry about nothing. You understand? That's the mentality they want. They want to stay in that escapist mentality, but they could just keep eating and eating and eating and getting fat. And now the food ain't making me fat. I'm just sitting around, I'm lazy. It ain't the food. I mean, sitting around lazy is part of it, but like I said, they don't want to step up and be responsible for the message. You understand? They don't want to step up and be responsible. They want to be on the losing side. Till I see our people stepping up, being on the winning side, not being part of that foolishness and stupidity. Till I see the damn black man standing up and being strong and not being part of that stupidity and foolishness. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about no black consciousness. I don't want to hear nothing about no black power. I don't want to hear none of that, because I don't hear none of y'all niggas standing up against that. You won't stand up against the filth in your house, but you're going to talk about the white man and the filth outside the house and what he doing. But when it comes to filth in your house and the nonsense that's being let out in your house, and that you sitting around, you acting like, oh well, I don't see that. You understand? I don't see that. Because your favorite record come on at the gym, or Biggie or Tupac or whoever, or whoever come on, like I said, then you want to dance and you want to shake your ass. You don't see the rest of it. You don't that you ain't paying attention to that. Right? That's when you go, your ears go numb. That's when your brain goes numb. You understand? Like I said, and like the brother said, if you're not doing nothing for the evolution of our people, if you could say, like I said, a lot of our people want to feel like, oh, because I'm not doing nothing, I'm inactive, I'm neither way, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You do got something to do with it. You do got something to do with it. If you're doing nothing for the evolution of your people, then you are part of what's going on. You're part of the negativity. Neutral means negative. I'm going to say it again. Neutral means negative. One more time. Neutral means negative, because that means you don't register. That means you're not pulling for the evolution of our people, so you're doing nothing. So eventually, like I said, you could have been part of that, the power or that force to pull for the evolution of our people, but instead you decide to sit and do nothing and watch our people slide into nothing. Neutral means negative. Neutral means nothing. Either you're for the evolution of our people or you're for the revolution of our people, meaning the revolving circle of madness that we've been going through. Either you're for the change of our people or you're for the same old constant in the circle madness and simple-minded mentality. You understand? Like I said, our people, like I said, God ain't dealing with our people because God knows our people are full of crap. God knows our people are full of crap. That's why he's not dealing with our people. Who knows us better than God knows us? Who knows our people better than God? That's why God is not dealing with us. That's why y'all have decided to make the white man your God. Because the real God is not dealing with you. The real God is dealing with the white man who stays in control over you. And your God is the white man. That's why you'll kill for his money. You'll kill for anything with his face on it. You'll kill to be like him. You'll kill to live around him. You'll sell dope to your people. You'll sell poison hip-hop to your people to go and live around him, to get out the hood, where you aided in making the hood a bad place to go live around them. You understand that? That's what it's all about. But then you want to call these people bad. You want to call the white man the devil. No, you niggas are devils. Y'all are devils. Y'all the original devils. Y'all the black devils. Y'all the original devils. It ain't the white man. Hell, he, like I said, he's standing up. He's took a vow to keep order. Gotta respect that. Any man who's about order and anybody's about doing the right thing, you gotta respect the people who keep in order. I don't respect you people who not keeping order. You can't even keep order in your damn house. So don't sit up here and blame the white man. Oh well, he put the artist out here. It's the same argument with the drugs. Did he make you use the drugs? Did he hold your arm out and stick a needle, a heroin needle in your arm? Did he stick a crack pipe in your woman's mouth? Did he make you buy Biggie and Tupac and whoever else and Lil Wayne and Jeezy and all? Did he make you buy that? Or did you, because you was dwelling on that simple-minded, submental way of thinking, that's what made you go out and buy it? See, you can't sell that garbage to me, because I stand up for the black man, the so-called black man and black woman being responsible, being true gods, because that's what being a true god and goddess is, being responsible, owning your own stuff. Owning your own stuff, owning your own lot in life. not sitting around here blaming somebody. Because when you start blaming people, you make them your gods. You're saying that they're the reason why you just can't get it together. They're the reason why you just can't do the right thing. I'm about the evolution of my people. You understand? I'm about the evolution of my people. And like I said, when you talk about change with the black people, and you talk about the evolution, about cleaning up our house, then you preaching. I don't want to hear no preaching. You preaching to me. You preaching to me. Well, what the hell you niggas talking about preaching? What are you talking about? Preaching? Preaching is what you hear in the church. Preaching is, you know what preaching is? The preachers are the ones who let y'all niggas come in the church. They the ones that let you come in the church. So this is not preaching at all. You understand? This is not preaching. This is reception right here. This is fire and reception right here on your ass. This ain't preaching. This is reality. Reception. This ain't religion. This is fire. This is reception. This is what is needed to make the evolution happen for our people. That's what this is. This by no means is not me preaching at you, because like I said, I don't give a damn about nothing. The majority of y'all don't give a damn about. Because y'all going, like I said, I could talk to them blue in the face. Y'all going to keep doing what you're doing. I'm not interested in you people who want to continue to do this stupidity. I'm interested in people who want to make a change, who really want to make a change to come together. And then you people who are not showing up at the meetings and what we're doing and trying to be about the evolution of our people separately, I'm not paying no attention to y'all, because y'all full of crap. You just like the rap niggas. You just like them. Because real people do real things. Real people show up if they really want to make a difference, because we should be the leaders of tomorrow. We should be the leaders of tomorrow. We should be carving our flag in the soil and saying we moving forward away from the black race, away from the stupidity and the ignorance of a people who want to continue to do stupidity and ignorance. That's what we should be saying. So let me go ahead and answer these questions. All right, we'll get rid of these before we go and close out. January 27th, Sunday, January 27th, in Brooklyn, New York. Sister Dyra Menquez posted it. You know, she posted up the information or the intelligence on our event, right, for the state of Mentel. You know, the true people who have their eye open. You know what I mean? The true people that have their eye open. They have their third eyes open, the mind open to receive the intelligence and receive the intelligence of God, the true and living God. The true people who have their third eye open. See, that's what this is about. People opening up. People receiving God's pure intelligence, God's pure logic. See, because without that, we're not going nowhere. You understand? It's not up to the white man to help us go nowhere. He ain't helping us go nowhere. Dealing with him is not going to help our people. You understand? We're going to have to meet God. A lot of our people have already met God, and God ain't dealing with you. How has hip-hop destroyed the minds of black people? Simple. It promoted laziness, stupidity, ignorance, irresponsibility, right? It promoted the mentality you see today where black men are no longer black men, but they're black males. You understand? Where I looked at my father, my grandfather as real men. And I carry on in the tradition of real men. And I look at the generation today, 40 and down, and I see a bunch of males. I see males acting the same from age 40 to 30 to 20 to 18. It's the same thing. And that's not a good thing. You can't tell who's supposed to be the fathers and who's supposed to be the sons. Because a father should be about 40 and his son should be maybe 20. And the fathers and the sons are acting the same. You understand? So how are you going to guide your son? How are you going to be a role model to him? You just another nigga in the street. That's what hip-hop has done. Same thing with you black women who had babies young. You 30 years old, your daughter 15. Or you 30 years old, or you 40 years old, your daughter 20, whatever the case may be. Y'all both in the club with y'all ass out listening to hip hop. Y'all both got niggas coming over with baseball caps on their pants hanging off, and you want it on their ass, and you wonder why your life is a perpetual nightmare madness. Then you wonder why. Why has hip-hop been allowed to infiltrate every aspect of black people's lives? Because it was meant to slow down the evolution of our people. Just like religion was able to infiltrate every part of our lives to slow down the mental evolution of our people and sever our connection with the true and living God, that moved us forward in the future, right? At one point in time, the true and living God, Amen. That religion, just like hip-hop, was meant to infiltrate every part of our life to slow us down mentally so that we would not evolve and start receiving these inspirations and this higher intelligence to move us forward. And you got a lot of our people who stand up in the name of that. So I'm not sitting around here saying blaming the white man. I'm not blaming him for nothing. It's our own so-called black people that are part of this foolishness, and they want the foolishness to continue, obviously. All right. Can black people move forward with hip-hop, with a hip-hop mentality? No. You see why our people are not moving forward right now. So that tells you something. Our people are not moving forward with so-called consciousness or righteousness or culture or religion. Neither are we moving forward with hip-hop. Philosophy, all that. Education, we're not moving forward with that. The only way we're going to move forward is with the intelligence, through the intelligence of God, coming together collectively as a people. That's the only way we're going to move forward. Like I said, this ain't no church, this ain't no preaching, this ain't no religion, this is reality. God sends inspiration to people, men and women, who are in tune with him collectively to move forward. As a state, as a nation, as a group, as a collective, as a government, that's how God works. He works through people, groups of collective of people who are thinking on the same level, in tune with him. He's not dealing with a bunch of a loose band of niggas that, oh, I'm Christian, or I'm Muslim, or I'm part of the hip-hop community, I'm part of the conscious community. God, nobody's dealing with you. The white man is not dealing with you because God is not dealing with you. That's the reality of it. You take all the treaties, all the contracts, all the shows you doing in hip-hop, all that you want, all the money you make, it don't mean a damn thing. Don't mean nothing. All right? Why was hip-hop promoted as a culture? Hip-hop was promoted as a culture to replace anything that you had previously in your mind that would have made you, would have brought a jump into the next level or the next evolution for our people. That's why hip-hop was promoted as a culture to replace the culture, the least, a little bit of culture you had left, right? To wipe it out totally, to where young kids don't know nothing else but hip-hop. And they got the nerve to call it a culture, which is sad. What does this mean for the future of black America? Death. The end, destruction, ignorance, madness. Because if our people are not moving forward, right, then they are falling backwards. And that's it. Join me Wednesday night for the next State of Mentel radio broadcast. Join us January 27th, as I said, for State of Mentel's the True God Revealed Conference here in Brooklyn, New York. Come on out. All right? All right. We are about to be out of here. This has been a great night. I am the intellectual ᴄᴜʟᴛᴜRᴇ. This has been State of Mentel Radio. Good night.
It's the Republic of Mentellect, rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the Republic of Mentellect, black race to the white race. If it's hell, and then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you. The infinite capabilities that